Hey, Plant Pals, Mike the Gated Gardener, and this is a look at my inside garden. And I've been topping this celosia. So I haven't got any flowers yet because I keep topping it because it keeps touching the light. So this is clearly not an indoor liking plant. Although topping it shows me how fast. I topped this thing way down here, and look at all the new growth. So that tells me it does not mind being topped. And I keep topping it almost like every day. So we'll see what happens with that. Again, this is just a fun plant to give my wife something to look at inside while it's cold and dreary outside. Gives her a little bit of color in her office to look at. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. I will probably grow something differently next time. But it's a fun experiment. It's really pretty to look at. Nice, beautiful colors. Although she has kind of said that she wants to see some flowers on it, but I don't know. Let's see, like, look at all this new growth down here. So because I've been topping it, it's been really producing off the sides. You can see there's no gnats, which is cool. So I kind of panicked for nothing, but better safe than sorry. But yeah, so it's kind of fun. I'll definitely do more experiments like that in the future. Be right back. So here is the microdwarf jalapeno plant that's growing next to me on the sofa in my man cave. And you can see that there are a ton, I can get it to focus here, there are a ton of flowers all throughout that. All those white things you see there, those are all flowers. And these are flowers that, like this one, has already, get the focus on it, it already has closed its petals up and it's pushing the pepper out right now. And same thing with this guy here. See, it's already starting to push the pepper out and it's going to lose its little skirt, which is really cool. So yeah, and it smells really good in here. See, a lot of people go like, well, I've never smelled a jalapeno flower before. That's because you're growing it outside where there's wind and car smells and nature to block it. But inside here, there's no such issue. And so I can really smell the beautiful fragrance. My wife says it smells kind of like almost like a cross between watermelon and I forget what else she said, but it's a very pleasant smell. It's kind of like when you go to a florist and you walk in, you kind of have that light floral smell to the air. That's what it smells like in my man cave. It's really nice. Like it. So I've got, like, I don't know, probably 20 peppers growing right now. Well, 20 flowers and at least 2 confirmed peppers starting to push out. So that's very exciting. So on my experimental shelf, this is where I was starting the green onions, and I just never had luck with green onions. And part of the problem is because you can see all this white stuff there. That's the kind of algae, moldy, not mold, but stuff that grows if you don't block the lights. And that's kind of what the problem is with these like seed starters. Is typically you get a plant, hopefully, that grows so fast that the true leaves will start covering the sponge, so you don't have to worry about blocking the light and then, you know, move it on out. So it's kind of failed. So I kind of failed at this experiment. The green onions are looking sad, but it was worth a try. I might try a different variety. I always try with bunching onions because people say how easy bunching onions are to grow, but I might try something else. I might just try regular onions just to see. So I'll just throw away these sponges. Sponges are cheap, and I got a billion seeds. So because I save seeds from the onions in my garden, so I want to see. Because even if I just do nothing but, you know, I don't care about the bulbs right now. And it's too early because well, I might be able to put them out. It's March, so we'll see, but probably not. But anyway, yeah, I might try something else in there. This was fun. And here's next to it is the Venus micro tomato. You can see all the flowers and all the beautiful tomatoes. And again, if you are growing inside, there are no pollinators, and tomatoes and peppers are self-pollinating anyway. Give it a little shake, and that'll That's enough to get you. You don't have to go crazy with a toothbrush or anything like that. Yeah, it smells like tomatoes in here now. It's a very strong tomato smell. Um, Here is the Micro Tom dwarf tomato, and again, same thing. A ton of. I mean, look at how loaded this thing is with delicious cherry-sized tomatoes that I'll get to enjoy while there's still snow on the ground and it's cold. And there'd be no way I could have this outside. Not for probably another. Can't put tomatoes out for another like 3 months, maybe 4. Would be kind of the earliest. So after Mother's Day, and that's just starting it, and I'm already pretty much in a couple weeks, week or two, maybe less, be able to start harvesting. Down below here, again, my opal basil that was being runty and stubborn, because the basil loves this opal basil loves AeroGarden, so I think it likes to have the water moving around its feet. Plants are like people; they're particular about what they like and don't like. But it finally has started to produce and started looking like a valid opal plant instead of just super tiny. So I'm excited about that. And again, there's no pump or water moving in this thing. It's just a deck where I tore the light off, and I'm just using the old container to hold the water. And right here is my lettuce. And you can see that this lettuce is ready to be harvested. And this was like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. I have to go back and see, but it was not very long. I know it's under a month. And yeah, so this is ready to go. And so what you do is you can cut all these outside leaves off, and you see the inside leaves will still grow. Or you can just harvest it all, and if you have like 2 of these containers, you can kind of go back and forth and do a succession type planting. But there's no recalls on this lettuce. This is my fresh lettuce that is clean. There are no pesticides, herbicides. I can eat it whenever I want. Here is the baby dwarf tomato, and we're finally starting to get some flowers on here. Now I grew one before that was like 2 inches tall. This one has decided it wants to reach out, which is fine by me, and has tons of flowers on there, which means I'll get lots of delicious little tomatoes. This is about 6 inches tall. That's fine. I'm happy with it. Be right back. Here is one of the. This was the Runt Violet Sparkle, and you can see there's lots of flowers, and in the back there, behind it is I believe there's a pepper growing out of it, which is really exciting. And this is the brown jalapeno, and you can see it's up in the light, so I'm gonna have to start training it, cutting it back, and see what happens is it touches the light and it gets burnt from where the light spots are. So cut all the new growth off to force it to grow more from the bottom. And you can see it's pushing peppers out right now. It smells really good over here. So the way I like to do my indoor garden, especially with peppers, is I'll give it time to put out as much leaves as it wants to and get really, big, giant, happy leaves and soak up all the light that it wants. And then once it starts producing fruit, I'll cut back most of all the bottom growth and thin it out so that it can start concentrating not on the leaf, keeping the leaves alive, but keeping the peppers alive, get the peppers growing. See, there is a ton. It's kind of hard to see, but these are all where the peppers will be coming out already. So it's very exciting. And again, I believe there's one in back that's actually, I can probably insert the picture or whatever. But yeah, it's very exciting. And so I'm going to cut all the lower stuff off. And this is the lipstick pepper. So I got 2 lipstick peppers. There's one here. There's already peppers starting to grow on this. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna cut all this lower stuff off and concentrate on these leaves out of the way. These beautiful peppers that are starting to push out. It's kind of hard to see. I do have pictures of them. Oh, like, okay, so like if I can show my finger. So there's a pepper. That's the little skirt that's still on it. Get out of the way, leaf. Nobody wants you here. So there is a lipstick pepper, and right there is a lipstick pepper. So it's very exciting. I love lipstick peppers. And see, this too is also starting to get encroached towards light. I'm gonna cut all these top leaves off, and again, encourage growth to happen in the middle. Although this is my AeroGarden Bounty. Think of the name for a second. This is the Bounty unit. This can actually go up much higher. So actually, I won't have to cut these out, but I still am going to cut all the lower stuff off. Next to that is the original Violet Sparkle system that I was growing. I had the 4 plants, and I moved 2 of them out. And here again, we've got tons of beautiful flowers. I wish you could smell it. It smells awesome. And let's see here. I mean, look at the size of these leaves. They're huge. But there are peppers showing off already, which is really awesome. All right. So this here is my Mufga MUFGA unit. That's got, the reason why I like this unit is this is a 12 pot system. This is my little Jim lettuce, and because they are a small variety of lettuce, I'm using all 12 pods, and so I can harvest myself delicious lettuce at will. And I just started this like 2 weeks ago, and they're already getting beautiful. And the thing I like about this system is that unlike the other systems, even in this line that they sell, the 12 pod system has water that circulates, not just a pump that circulates the water in the bottom, but it's got a drip unit that, so the water comes out the deck. It circulates around the top deck here and comes out the sides here, and so it kind of bathes the roots in water, as opposed to the roots just sitting in the water and the water's just swirling around them. Next to that is my, I can show it here. This is the Vilma, supposedly microdwarf tomato. It is not a microdwarf. As you can see, it's pretty big. It's overgrowing the unit here, so I'll probably have to start cutting that back and propagating some of the cuttings to make more plants. But the cool thing about the cuttings is they will probably stay short and give me lots of tomatoes because it's the same age as the mother plant. You can see it here, but there are, probably have to insert a picture here too, but on one of these there's a ton of flower buds that are ready to start opening up, making flowers, making tomatoes. So definitely have to grow this in like a taller system or outside, in my opinion. But yeah, still fun to grow, and hopefully the tomatoes taste good. So down here's my Purple Lady Bok Choy. You can see some of the leaves are starting, something kind of neglecting it. I've been eating off of it and pulling the leaves off, but some of the leaves are starting to look bad, but that's okay because I'm going to remove all of these and replace them with herbs, because I'm going to be participating in the herb challenge. So that's why I'm recording this now. Normally I record on Fridays. I'm recording it Thursday so that I can get this done out of the way and get my herbs going, because I got to film the herbs to go up Friday. And that will happen, it's Thursday night now, but it'll happen, so I'll get this all set up and then cleaned up, and I'll put the seeds in Friday. And then above that is my Georgia Candy Roaster Squash. And as you can see, it is showing off. It is a jungle. Remember, this thing is wrapping around this unit. And you see back there, which is kind of a bummer for me, is that there is a candy roaster squash growing, but it's a lady and there are no boy flowers yet. So this one will probably die. So I'll have to like cut it off, but I have, a ton of new ones coming up. How do you tell a boy flower from a girl flower? Well, here's a boy flower. It's just a straight stem. Just goes from that all the way to there. It's just a straight stem. And the girls have junk in the trunk. And you can see there's a little baby squash. So again, I'll show it on here. So here's a baby boy. There's nothing there but just the stem and the flower. And then the girl, she's got a little baby squash behind her flower. So hopefully when she's ready to open up, he'll open up and I can pollinate them, because there are no bees in my house. I need to do the pollinating. Again, same thing over here. There's lots of little babies. And there's get over there. There's a girl squash right there. So as usual, the girls show up early and the boys are late to the party. And then the baby one that I accidentally started growing is doing great. This is its leaf. So, and it's reaching for the sky. So it's very exciting. So yeah, that's a look at what I'm growing inside. I got, like I said, I'm doing an herb challenge Friday, which means I got a ton of preparation work to do. And I figured I'd record my typical indoor video a day early. So let me do the backup again so you can see the the squash tower, and you also get a little glimpse of the tomato tower next to it. But yeah, looks great. All right, any comments, questions, leave in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Have an awesome day. Squash tower.